welcome back to the show. So, let us take the airship here and head off to our next adventure, which will be a one-parter this time. So yeah, easily getting lost when you're not paying attention to where exactly you are. And right here is when you'll notice that my voice is actually a pre-recording and I've sped up some of the footage in this. Needless to say that it's kind of awkward to try and land this airship in this particular game, and that it takes forever to try and get the map menu up there. So we were heading in the right direction, trying to find a place to land. So you go that way, a little more to the west, a little bit more to the north. And you just saw a little glimpse of where we're going to be headed very soon, but first things first. You see these islands here? These are the Cardia Islands. They are inhabited by dragons. And not just any normal, vicious, stupid dragon, but dragons that will actually talk, as you'll see here. And yes, they are constantly talking about courage. These dragons, according to at least the guidebook here, I'm not sure how accurate the guidebook is on background stories. These dragons were, though, apparently chased away from that castle we glimpsed further towards the east. They were chased out of there, but their king, Bahamut, decided that, seeing how morale was at an all-time low, needed to prove a point to his people, and went off. Oh, that little cut there? Yeah, the first entrance there leads to nothing, and the second entrance leads to Bahamut, who we will talk to in a little bit. But apparently, Bahamut wanted to try and improve morale, and by doing so, went back to the castle, faced all the dangers there, and left a secret prize to be found by only the bravest people who could enter. That includes dragons as well as testing humans at the ability to survive that castle. Catmen, some of the local new wildlife. And martial arts doesn't think much of them. But they do poison you, so they can be a pain in the ass. But yes, interesting little backstory, at least in the strategy guide for them. Again, I'm not entirely sure if that's entirely accurate. I'm not sure where they got that idea from, but in a way it kind of makes sense. I'm also paging through this a little bit. I've got the strategy guide here in front of me, and as I mentioned before, I'm adding my voice afterwards in post because, well, this was just a short little thing that I just really wanted to have done quickly in one episode, and it's very easy to cram into one episode. But also, for YouTubers, I've been not making any ads on most of my episodes because for some reason they keep licensing the audio to Enix, or to Square rather, and it seems odd that the only thing they're worried about is what I would guess is actually the battle music, because that seems to be the first thing to spring licensing every single time. So I decided, you know what? To heck with it. I will add in remix music. So I'm hoping you're enjoying the remix music with the little reprieves in between. And yes, more dragons talking about courage and so forth. And that I should probably also talk to their king. We will get to in a moment. I believe this was another small dead-end area. Only one dragon. Test you for your courage to be true warriors. And yeah, a lot of the holes, except for 3 of them, one of them being Bahamut's. The path to Bahamut's throne room. But however, a lot of the other entrances throughout the islands actually lead to treasure troves and stuff you can grab up, and that includes a lot of really easy money. For a dragon that's wondering why I'm not afraid of it, I can push you around awfully easy. More gold. There's a few items before, but yeah, as you notice in this particular area, a lot of gold. Maybe a couple thousand easy. And checking for more dragons, and there isn't any. So it's about time to talk to Bahamut. Nice long corridor. Fancy on our asses. Long corridors and stuff. A gigantic room that nearly fills the screen. Honor due to true warriors. Yeah, he will give you some handy dandy, let me tell you. For proving bravery and being true warriors, he will give you quite the handy dandy, which is, as previously mentioned in the title card. Actually, no, in the title card I just said Bahamut Quest. So, the essentials for this quest, for those of you who may have not got this far, for those of you who, for whatever bizarre reason, don't know, what you're going to do is you're going to go off to the castle, pick up an item near a throne, come back with it, and what he will do is give you class level ups. This is the only upgrade class thing that happens in this game. Your for this group in particular, your fighter will become a knight, the black belt will become a master martial artist, and all of your mages will become wizards. Oh, and the thief, if you have a thief in your team, will become a ninja. So the one reason you might actually have a thief around, ninja time. And he gets all kinds of fancy weapons just for himself at that point. So that's kind of cool. But I digress. The plan here now is that, as you can see here, we're heading back to where we started from because, oh, first of all, patch ourselves up from what we've been doing, fighting we've been doing. And yes, no matter how advanced you get, still only 30 gold to completely heal up here. Ah, cheapins. But we're heading back to get our regular ship. And you're probably asking yourself, why would you go after the regular ship? It can't hardly dock anywhere, and it takes forever to get around stuff. I would say yes, but here's the catcher. First of all the monsters in the ocean, you've been seeing those suckers since like level 10. Easy to cut through stuff, you know? And yeah, here's the castle again. As you'll notice up there, though, as I mentioned, the water is really easy to get through, and there's a dock right there, whereas with the airship, you'd have to travel around all of that, and there's no other easy landing spot. There's one there, but that's not that easy, and there's one there, which is extremely not easy. And there's like one at the tip to the west of here, but yeah, the easiest spot is to go into that stream right there and with a regular ship. And yes, it'll take a little while to get around stuff, but the stuff you have to fight is particularly small and easy to crush. So the real strategy here is to avoid really nasty fights as much as possible to try and get to the castle, which is the main point of this. And yippee away with editing. Double checking where we are and where we need to go. And there's a little gap between continents to the north. And the Sharkies are still stupid enough to want to play. So again, the easiest way to get there with a short walk is to go there by ship. Otherwise, with the airships, you have a hell of a long walk to get there. There's one spot really far to the which is not that far to the west from the castle, but you have to go all the way to the east, this huge loop, and any other landing locations are going to be far to the east as well, and you still need to take a heck of a long walk. Two of which look like they would have to go through that desert, and I can only assume that the desert over there is going to be a terrible thing to try and get through at early levels. And I'm not entirely sure how early or late into the leveling I am in this particular game. And more of the usual monsters. At least these guys will drop a couple hundred. Easy. And again, I was saying, the desert to the east of the castle, I'm not sure how bad stuff will be in there, but from what I recall of playing the PlayStation version, there's some nasty stuff hiding in that for you, so that's not attempted. And because with the NES version in particular, how to put this, the NES Final Fantasies were hardcore to the point that they actually didn't give us the real number 2 and number 3 because they thought it would be too hard for us. As a matter of fact, even when they released number 4 as 2 for the Super Nintendo, they still thought it was too hard for us, so they dumbed it down. And I might add that I have actually beaten the official Japanese version of 4 with the English translations. So, yeah, I'm a badass. I can take this NES game. Let's go for it. Like I proved to you last episode that even though I died, I managed to get through it the second time. Just need to remember to keep healing yourself when you need to. See, here's our short little trip. That's all the walking you need. And look at the locals. Yeah, more of these assholes. Yeah, I hope you brought a lot of frickin' antidotes. These pricks are all over the place if you try going for the long walk. And I think they come in bigger multiples than just 3. So yeah, that's gonna be happy times. A lightning bolt to the throat. Yeah, I at least sped up the battle sequences so they wouldn't take forever. Then they're still kind of slow. But I must have saved at least a good 20 minutes by cutting down fights and after stuff. We need to step outside and use our heal/save item. The cabin over there. Now saving. Sorry, I'm full of yawns. Again. I'm not sure why I was standing around right there. Oh, you know what? I was probably pulling up the guide at that point. I'm like, why am I standing? Oh, you know what? I probably wasn't holding onto the guide at the time. I needed to pull it somewhere where I could actually see it. Talk to the old man. Who disappears. I believe in the PlayStation version, he literally just runs through walls and disappears off to the side, and you never see him again. The guide does try to tell you what paths to take with these teleporters, but the font is so small and randomly placed, it's kind of hard to tell if they meant this one or that one for the little teleporting pillars, so you have to kind of guess a little. Whereas the other ones are pretty straightforward. Zombie bull! There are a lot of undead type monsters like the zombie bull here. I actually don't recall recall being able to test, being a chance to test harm on any of them. I did test fire spells, and actually they were not as useful as I thought they would, but I don't know. I remember it now. First one there. Yes, and this is the one that's confusing because they have letters for each of the pillars that you're supposed to go through, and actually what you're about to encounter very soon as we go to the east is a little room right there, which actually is a doorway, and you do want to go in there. Inside you have an item called Zeus Gauntlets. They are heavy metal gauntlets that provide protection against electricity. So yeah, might as well pick it up for Fighter because he's gonna need it. He'll need it down the line. Actually, Fighter cannot use it because it has to become a knight first. Also, ninjas and red mages can use it. And we have ourselves another little fight with mummies this time. If your mummy is calling for you, oh, horrible joke of the week. I'll harm you. Live commentary from you. Still not dead yet. Should have put the fighter or martial artist stuff. Zeus Gauntlets are active, and I believe there's a trap. Yep. Mud golems. Actually, as threatening as these bastards look, they are extremely easy to take down. And oh yeah, I was looking for what the stats are on these suckers. Mud golems, page 63. So like 12 pages away from where we currently are right now. They become regular, and there are no weaknesses. They are resistant to lightning, ice, fire, rub, bane, bark, stun, and sleep. So there's practically nothing in black magic you can really use that's that effective against them. Best to just stab them in the face. Yeah, that's when I re-looked at the stats and went, oh wait, never mind. I can't use these yet. Right. But I got them. Now, again, I was getting onto this fight before Zeus Gauntlets. According to the strategy guide, the H is right next to the pillar below the one you're seeing right now. That one. We're supposed to be able to get into that one, according to the strategy guide. And took us to the wrong place. Asshats. Again, the strategy guide is confused on some things. Apparently it was made in a hurry and they didn't double check their data. The third pillar is actually what you're looking for. There are 4 pillars and there's one really way off, which someone might actually partake is. Sorry, jeez. There is a 4th pillar which some might partake as a possible idea as to, oh, it's really far away and trying to hide it. That must be the right one. No. The third option is the correct one to go with. And we're killing zombies again because somebody pulled some bullshit on us. Sorry, there's already music playing. I don't know what it is with the yawning. It's like randomly, whenever I'm trying to do stuff, anytime of the day, whenever it decides it wants to yawn, it will go on a never-ending tangent of yawns. I don't know what it is. I'm not tired and I don't have sleep apnea or anything. Just attack the yawn. Oh god. Yeah, you think these assholes as just regular man cats outside are bad? These are the green man cats. I'm not sure what the big difference is. Because they... I don't know why they got the same name man cat. Don't check. List monsters are going to experience out in the area of the islands, but they're not showing it. Yeah, I'm still trying to look for it and I'm not finding anything. Normally they actually do list areas for monsters, but for some reason they are not showing them. But yeah. If you haven't noticed already, it took me actually a few seconds the first time I happened to notice it too. Fire 2. These, worse than poison, these assholes are casting magic spells against me, which are attacking the entire party. So, if you're going to try and fight these things, prepare to soak up a hell of a lot of damage, and they are very fast. And yeah, you can see there's a little bit of a problem here. Kill it! Nine hit points. Run like children! Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Andrew, for getting us out of that mess. And this is where we use up most of our healing magic. That wasn't a close call, not at all. I'm still messing around with this strategy guide trying to find out where those monsters are that are supposed to be there. Oh, it's Catman and Mad Cat. That's what the difference is. Let's see here. Both of them have no weaknesses. Man Cat is extremely defendable against Quake, Lightning, Ice, Fire, Bane, Break, Stun, and Sleep, and will cast Fire 2, Slow, Stark, Sleep, Regular Fire, Lightning, and Cure. The man-cats will cure themselves. They can heal themselves if they're smart enough to do so. Holy bejesus, do not fucking fight them at this level, apparently. And here we hit the right pillar, and we can finally advance on. The next floor, as we are looking at now, is just a little loop, and it does have treasure chests, and since they're easy to get and they're right along your path, you might as well just go and grab all of them. Actually, most of them. Let's see here. There's gold bracelet, which I believe is the first. That's an upgrade from the silver bracelet, which is the main armor for your martial artists and your mages at this point. There is another ice sword up here for no good reason. There's iron gauntlets, which we'll pass by. There's heal staff, the new weapon for your white mage. Its attack, damage, and hit accuracy are completely rubbish. However, in this particular game, you go to the item option and it goes to your equipment. Keep using the heal staff as an item, and she will constantly be healing every party member every turn that she gets to use it. It'll essentially cast what I believe is essentially a Cure 1 on everybody. So that's kind of an awesome thing to have. And that's Zeus calling from the other floor. Trying to think here. Heal staff right there. There's an empty treasure chest. There's a house. There's about 8,500 gold up here in chests. Oh god, nightmares. Yeah. Haven't seen those in a long while. At least not the evil horse type character villains in this game. And then there's the final item, which you'll see the name of in a little bit. Hope you like ice! Eat it. Stab it in the eyes. Terminated. Okay. Yeah. No. Haha. That's the heal staff. And now we're going to try and attempt to use it every single moment of the game from here on out, and we'll only towards the very end finally be able to actually use it. But hey, it's there, and if the battle lasts long enough, she can actually get to use it once in a while. And again, it's a heal the entire party item, so I'd say it's probably pretty damn handy. And it doesn't cost mana, and there's no charges to refill or anything, so it is a constantly usable item in battle. And it's a lot more useful than trying to have her club something for only 20 damage, which she has been doing since like around level 10. Don't get me wrong, she obviously can do more damage to the older stuff now, but it's still only about 20 damage on average to a normal enemy at her level, so yeah. Now time to give her something else to do, which is heal the party constantly. For no magic. So I said, snag it, and we're pretty much going to loot everything. Don't care. We're going to sell it all in the shop later. However, we also got a gold, so since Andrew got his hands on it first, Andrew gets to be the first one with the gold protection ring armor. As far as I can tell, it's supposed to be like a light chainmail, kind of like Mithril in Lord of the Rings. This particular armor is supposed to be essentially a light chainmail, and it goes on underneath regular clothing and so forth, as far as I can tell as well. So it's supposed to be some light chain that protects your ass from being too much stab. Just goes underneath your robes and away you go. Or your martial arts outfit, whatever you happen to be wearing for the character. And Medusas. I actually was wondering, I'm not sure. Yeah. If you let those Medusas live too long, they could start using glance on you, which will turn you to stone. Empty. A house. And there's our gold. And you found tail. I just realized how silly that sounded. Yeah. As bad in a mental sense as that sounds, what it is a rat's tail. Literally, that is what the picture that we get in the strategy guide is. That looks like a rat's tail. And as a matter of fact, I believe in the later alterated versions, when they fixed up text, they literally do call it a rat's tail. So, King Bahamut went to this castle to prove his bravery and left a chest with a rat's tail in it. And whoever came back with the rat's tail, the most useless of useless items in the universe, would get garnered as great warriors and heroes. Blink, blink. The hell? What is wrong with Bahamut's brain? But anyway, zombie dragons. Yeah, they're not as weak to fire as you'd think they were. Andrew doesn't care. Martial artist fist, ahoy! Step onto the throne, and you get to teleport back down to the first floor again. This is the part where you leave. And you're glad that you have a ship that's nearby, because then you won't get mauled by nasty monsters for a long 10-mile hike. Up the stream, up back to your boat, and away we go. Yep. Cut fade. Now we're back on the airship, and we're going to head back to talk to Bahamut. Again, cutting out a lot of unnecessary stuff, so we can at least get that much done. So we're gonna hurry on over to Bahamut if we can actually find the islands. There we go. That one. Catman. Da 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 da. Catman. Prefer Catwoman. Lightning 3 killed a lot of things last time, but not so much this time. Apparently somebody was only lucky once. Drink pure. Drink pure. Heal. Pure. Now to be known as antidotes. And here we go. Gnome's room. Hail, the rat proves your courage. I shall give you the honor of true warriors. Notice that the sprite changed slightly. I'll still check what they have to say. He knows about the orbs too, huh? And these guys seem to have nothing to say. Yep. Take a look at our characters now. Light, the Master, Black Wizard, and the White Wizard. And now there's also spells that have been unlocked, so the two teleportation spells that we couldn't get to this point, you should be able to now go out and get. To which the strategy guy was wrong about one of them, apparently. I believe that was episode 2? That was on? 2 or 3? No, I think it was 3. Episode 3 when we did the herbs 3 stuff. One of the spells in the strategy guide said that you can get it as a white mage, but or a black mage, but no, you have to wait until you're a black wizard to pick it up. What was it? I can't remember. One of the two. Anywho, one of those two spells you can't pick up until you're a wizard, which they got wrong in the book, but now you can go out and get those, and that about wraps things up for now. So I'll see you all next time, and I hope you enjoyed. Laters.